Good evening to all. Good evening. I hope I am audible right now. Very good evening. Good evening to all. Maharajan, very good evening. And Revant, a very good evening. Nandini, good evening. Kamshri, good evening. And Pinali Patel, very good evening. And Mallika, very good evening. Harini, very good evening. And Malati, very good evening. It's okay, Sheikh, Noor, very good evening, and Ravi, very good evening, and Sagar, Raj, very good evening, and Vanita, yes, very good evening, and also Maruti Sharma, very good evening, and also Prem Kumar, very good evening, and Jayalakshmi, good evening, Akash, very good evening, Kopi Krishnan, very good evening, and Akhil, very good evening. Good evening to all. I hope I am audible right now. My voice is clear, I hope. Am I audible to you, everyone? Yeah, very good evening to all. And yes, very good evening. Yeah, sure. Sneka Lata, very good evening. And also, I will consider your comment. I will consider, no problem. And Sai, very good evening. Yeah. Hello everyone, this is Philippine from Pantech Learning, and I welcome you all for engage your learning experience with Pantech Learning anytime, anywhere and any places. We are always supporting the students in a technical way. What is our main vision? We are going to help 10 million students to learn the technical knowledge by the easy way. And I welcome you all to today's session of Artificial Intelligence Masterclass. In this particular session, I'm going to discuss with you the basic Python and also the installation of Python software, and also I'm going to discuss with you the major important library for machine learning. Okay, these all are the libraries is the most important thing. Why? Because of the basic Python and also the installation process and also the how to install the basic libraries and also the several examples for basic libraries I'm going to discuss with you today. Okay, so very good evening to one and all, and also I welcome you all today's session of Artificial Intelligence Masterclass. Are you guys are excited to listening this particular class? Are you guys are excited means please mention in the comment box yes further. Please mention in the comment box yes further. Yeah, and also try to understand this is not a regular class. I need a more interaction from you guys because of I believe in interaction. Why? Because of I don't want to make my session as a boring way. So when they are going to interact with me in the sense that time the session will be completely interesting. So that is the reason in between this particular session I'm asking the question to you guys. Yeah, Vamsi, thank you so much. Thank you. And Vigneshwar, thank you so much for your good reply. And Vigneshwar, thank you, Pooja. And yeah, most of the people that mentioned in the comment box as Philip, thank you so much for your good reply. And also one more request to you guys, don't call me sir. I'm your mentor. I'm your friend. You can call me Philip. That is more comfortable for me. Okay, so call me Philip is more comfortable. Okay, don't call me sir, call me Philip is more comfortable for me. Right, so without delay, I'm going to enter the topic. Already you know that the basic Python programming language. So what is the purpose of Python? These all are the things, just an overview of the Python programming I'm going to discuss with you. Tomorrow also I'm going to get into that machine learning technology as well. Right, so most of the people are mentioning in the comment box as Philip. So thank you for the good interaction. Thank you so much for a good reply. Right. Yeah, so without delay, I'm going to get into the topic. Why the Python is most important for the artificial intelligence? Because of the major important things in Python, it having the standard libraries for artificial intelligence technology. For an example, in machine learning, we need a major important libraries. For an example, Pandas that will be majorly helpful for manipulating the data, and NumPy will help to working with the arrays, and also Matplotlib and also the C1 that is majorly helpful for analyzing the data and visualizing the data, and also sklearn is a major important things. sklearn will giving the several algorithms, and also the deep learning like TensorFlow, Keras, that all of the libraries is most important. Okay, so Python having is actually the standard libraries will be there. It is supported to the standard libraries. That is the major important things. And the Python libraries is easy to understand and easy to work with that particular programming language. So that is the reason we can go for the Python language. Already you knows about it. Why? Because of why we are going to prefer the Python language. Right? Why? Because of it is easily can understand that particular programming when you are going to enter the machine learning or deep learning or artificial intelligence or computer vision. Several technologies will be there. So when you are going to write the code, you can understand and you can work with easier way. So that is the reason we can go for choose the Python programming language for artificial intelligence technology. And it is easy, it having that easy syntax and basic control flow. Also, it is an interpretive runtime. Why? Because of in Python programming language, it is an interactive language. Why? Because of once I'm going to enter the code, it is automatically suddenly it is going to be executed line by line. That is the reason it is called it as that interpretive runtime. And also it is supported to that multi OS compatibility. So that is the reason we can go for it. And it supports AI related technology. For example, machine learning, deep learning, computer vision, and also the NLP. Yesterday we were discussing about the components of artificial intelligence. What is that exactly? Machine learning, deep learning, NLP, and also the computer vision. That is the technology will be there for artificial intelligence. It is supported. The Python language, the Python programming language supported for AI related technology. Right? So that is the reason we can the most preferable language Python. Okay, right. So the basic introduction about the Python language. Of course, it is the high level programming language. Maybe that you are asking the question to me. So what is the meaning of that high level programming language and also the low level programming language? High level programming language in the sense human can be understand with a particular source code to read that. But low level language means the computer can understand only that particular programming language. Right? And also it is the fastest to learn and also the fastest to develop the application. And also it is available for the many of the platforms. And it is going to be implemented to complex logical with a very few lines of the code. That is the reason the artificial intelligence technology is the mostly preferable for the Python programming language. That's why I mentioned it here. It supports the AI related technologies. The Python programming language supports the AI related technology. Right? Yeah. So that is the basic introduction of these particular programming language. So without delay, I'm going to enter into installing these the Python programming software. How to install this one? So already maybe that you know that particular procedure. So now I'm going to tell the procedure to installing these particular software the Python programming software. And one more thing, it is actually the open sourced. It is available in internet. So just go to that particular the Google search here and just follow the procedure that just enter Python download, then enter here and click very initial link here. Yes, after that you can see here the many of the versions will be there for that Python programming language software. Why? Because of when you are going to installing this particular software, you need a sources of that. You need that particular source. So how we can download that? Just to go to the Google and search Python download. It is going to be that you can see it here, and it is the very latest version of Python programming language. So just click here. Once you want to download this particular version, in the sense, just click here to download it. So automatically it is going to be downloaded like this. And otherwise, you can go for you need any the past version, in the sense you can see it here, the released version here, and you can see it here. For example, I installed the 3.10.4 and so several the past versions will be there. So you want to download this one, in the sense, for an example 3.10.3. Okay, just now you can that click here and go scroll down and click here the Windows installer, and it is going to be downloaded the exe file here that we should be need to down that installing in our system, right? Yeah. And also that 32-bit, in the sense you can download it here, and I am going to download this particular 64-bit here. So how to install this one? Just to go to this particular the folder and show in folder, and you can see it here, this particular exe file, and double click here, and also so already I installed this one, so that is the reason it will be shows like this. For example, this version I did not install this one, so that is the reason it will be asking the these things. So here you should do following this particular procedure. Click this particular add box. This is the most important thing. Okay, after that you have to install now, and it will be, and you can see this particular procedure one by one in a slide. You can see it here. So download it and also install this one. Then if it is installed that, you have to ensure this one. So here install launcher will be there, and also the that add Python 3.10 to the path, that you have to click, that you have to ensure it. After that, that once it is following the procedure that next, then you can go for just go to the command prompt. Once it is installed that particular software, in the sense how we can ensure it, that is the most important things, right? So just open the command prompt and also follow the procedure just type Python, and it shows that which version I installed before. It shows here. Once you installing this particular Python software here, you have to ensure it whether it is installed or not. That you have to ensuring it. Just open the command prompt here, and also that use just type Python, and also it will be notifies which version you installed in your system. It will be notified like this. Okay. And also the most of the people are asking about the question, what about the VS Code and also the that Anaconda Navigator? Yeah, of course you can use it. So in this particular 30 days masterclass of artificial intelligence, I'm going to use the Google Collaborative Notebook for the machine learning technology, and majorly I'm going to using sometimes Anaconda Navigator and also the ITL. Okay, and another method to ensuring the the Python software installed, whether it is installed or not, just open, click window button, and also just click here IDLE. It is going to be open. So it opened this particular screen in the sense that a particular software is installed. That is the insurance of these particular things, and you're going to be click here. It is going to be open the new notebook like that. And also most of the people are interested to work with the PyCharm in this. That is a user wishes to use the PyCharm as well. Okay, so these particular 30 days masterclass of artificial intelligence technology, I'm going to use the Google Collaborative Notebook and also the Anaconda Navigator and IDLE. Okay, right. So this is the procedure to installing this particular Python software in your system. Just go to the Google and also the type Python download, and once you want to any version you need in the sun, you have to search it there and also download it. Then install the procedure. Follow the procedure that you have to click these two options. After that follow the procedure next. Then it is going to be installed. After that, you have to ensure whether it is loaded or that installed or not. So with the help of the command prompt and also the IDLE, you have to ensuring it with the help of that open the command prompt and also the type Python, and it will be notifies which version installed in your system. It will be notifies that. Okay, hope you guys are understood about that, how to install these particular Python software in your system. Hope you guys are understood about that. If you understood means, please give your heart in comment box right now. If you understood means, please give your heart in comment box right now. I need a more interaction, guys. Try to understand this is not a regular class. I need a more interaction, and also I don't want to make my session as a boring way. Try to understand that. And also one more thing, keep it in your mind. In this particular session is very impressive, and also you like this particular session means, don't forget to hit the like button and also mention in the comment box as well. Right? Hope you guys are understood about that, how to installing this particular Python software in your system. Right? I'm expecting your reply from you guys. Please reply. Yeah, most of the people, giving the heart. Thank you so much for your good reply, and also you guys are more interactive to me. And also, I don't want to make my session as a boring way. Give your answer. I expecting a reply from in the comment box. Okay. Right. Thank you for your good reply, guys. Thank you. So now I'm going to get into the point. What is Python? Python is an interpreter. It is actually like that runtime interpreter. For an example, if I'm going to write the code in a command prompt, for an example, in a command prompt, it is going to be executed line by line. For example, that a is equal to 10, it is going to be executed like that. In the same way, it is actually the interactive. Why? Because of if I write any code here, definitely it will be executed suddenly. Okay, so that is the reason Python software isn't very interactive, and also the with the help of the interpreter, and it is a high level language. We can understand the code, and also it is supports the object oriented programming system. Okay, then what is interpreter exactly? So in a simple form, it can execute it suddenly when you are going to write the code. And once you are going to run this particular code, it will be executed one by one. It is going to be executed line by line. It is going to be run line by line. So interpreter is nothing but the mediator. When you are going to write the source code, it will be suddenly going to be like that giving the output. So interpreter is the mediator. There is no need a compilation process. So here the interpreter is nothing but the mediator. It is an easy way to execute the code, and also the Python programming language is actually the interpreter language. Okay, right. So what about the compiler here? The compiler, in the sense, there will be that high level language to low level language, and it will be converted to that the source code converted into the object code. Object code is nothing but the binary code here. So binary code is in computer understandable format, then it will be going to be executed, then it will be returning the output here, and it will not execute it line by line. So compilation process will be there. So source code will be converted into that object code, that means the binary code, and also the executor will be executed, and it will be for an example, it is familiar with that C and C plus Java. These are the languages they are using that compiler here. Right, so this is all about the Python programming language. So this is the basic introduction about this. Okay, so interpreter is nothing but a line by line execution, but compiler is a one time run execution. That's it. There will be some compilation process will be there, right? So after that, so important libraries I'm going to discuss with you. Why? Because of in artificial intelligence technology, we learned already the Python programming language basic things. For example, what is the meaning of the data type? What is the meaning of the variable? And what is the meaning of that several things? For example, data types, variables, list, string, tuple. These all are the things already you knows about it. But in artificial intelligence technology, we should concentrating on the libraries is the most important things, because of the tools is the most important things to training a model. That means when I'm going to creating a model and also the training a model, and also I want to processing on the data, means that time we need a several libraries for model creation. So that is the reason I can go to discuss with you the Pandas library, NumPy library, and also the Matplotlib library for the machine learning technology. Okay, I will give the that small demo of the Pandas library, NumPy library, and also the Matplotlib library today. After that, I can go for the machine learning technology introduction. These are all the things, right? Yeah. So without delay, okay, without delay, yeah. So here I'm going to discuss with you now Pandas and also the NumPy and also the Matplotlib. First of all, what is Pandas? Pandas is the that most important library for data science as well as the machine learning. That means it is the one of the package in Python, and it is majorly used for data manipulation and also the data analyzing. Okay, for the machine learning technology, we need a Pandas library for manipulating the data. And also the NumPy is the most we are going to using this particular library for the science and also the engineering. It will be going to help with that working with the arrays, and also the Matplotlib. It will be the amazing visualization library, and it is going to be the plotting the data and also the understanding the data, right? And majorly the Pandas library is the most important library for manipulating the data. That is the most important thing. Okay, so without delay, I'm going to discuss with you about the internship. So guys, please listen this one. So this is the major announcement and also the special offer for the participants of Artificial Intelligence Masterclass participants. You can join as an internship user for this particular masterclass. You can convert into this particular Artificial Intelligence Masterclass into the internship. You want to do the internship on Artificial Intelligence technology? Of course, you can do that. Okay, you can do that right now, and this is the right opportunity to do the internship on Artificial Intelligence technology. Most of the people are interested to do the the internship on Artificial Intelligence technology. In the sense, this is the right time to enroll this one. Who all are interested to join that? In the sense, please raise your hands in comment box right now. Okay, and I need that most of the people are expecting the quality, right? If I pay the money of the any other thing, for example, if I pay the money for the chocolate, that chocolate should be taste. Am I right? So we are expecting the taste, and also we are expecting the quality. So you are expecting the quality means I assure you that for that particular quality of Artificial Intelligence internship program. Okay, right. So what is the benefits of internship? That is the most important thing. Well, I want to do the internship on Artificial Intelligence technologies. In the sense, please raise your hands in comment box right now. Yeah. So 30 days live session is accessible for participants and also the internship user. Already you knows about it. And the recorded videos for each and every day classes of this particular masterclass, it is going to be accessible only for the internship user. That is the most important benefit of that. And you will be I am going to discuss with you the several projects in Artificial Intelligence technology. For example, in machine learning, I'm going to discuss with you the 3 different projects. And also the deep learning, I'm going to discuss with you the 5+ projects. And also the computer vision, I'm going to discuss with you the 5+ projects as well. Okay, and you can receive all the source code of that particular projects which I discussed in this particular internship program. And you will be receiving the 30 days downloadable presentation, and you will be receiving all the concepts in Artificial Intelligence technology. And hackathon classes is available, and also confirmation letter which is get it from Pantech Learning, and also the internship certificate which is get it from Pantech Learning. So you want to do the internship on Artificial Intelligence technology. In the sense, this is the right opportunity, and enroll right now. The link is mentioned in the comment box and also the mentioned in the description. Normally we charged each and every internship nearly 2000 rupees. So now we are giving only 800 rupees. Use the coupon code AIMC4. Use the coupon code AIMC4 and you can receive the discounted fee nearly 800 rupees. We are giving the offer only for the participants of Artificial Intelligence Masterclass. We are giving the offer only for the participants of Artificial Intelligence Masterclass. Okay, please use this special opportunity. This will be more help you to learn about the Artificial Intelligence technology. And also one person is asking, what is the quality? So quality is the most important thing. Of course, everyone expecting the quality. If I pay the money, of course you are expecting the quality. Right? So in the same way, I assure you that about the quality of the content of Artificial Intelligence technology, I'm going to conduct this particular taking this particular internship program 30 days. Okay, if you have any queries related to the Artificial Intelligence technologies in the sense for the internship user, I'm going to available every Saturday for this particular hackathon classes only for the internship user. That is completely related to the doubt clarification program. So you can meet me in Zoom platform. Okay, that is only for the internship user. Okay, use this special opportunity that will be more help you to learn about Artificial Intelligence technology. And also I assure you that the quality of this particular Artificial Intelligence content. Okay, right now, yeah. So who are interested to joining this particular internship program, please do join immediately. Okay, please do join immediately. Now I'm going to explaining in a practical way. Okay, explaining in a practical way. One languages is not available, that it will be like that available in English only. Okay, right now I'm going to that explain first initially the NumPy. Yeah. So how to use these particular that Google Collaborate. So it is normally you can it is also the open sources, and it will be that working in online. Okay, so sometimes it does that the particular packages is not that needed to install this one. So I will tell you how to install this one. Okay, right. So first, open the Google Collaborating notebook here. I will tell you the overview of this particular the NumPy package. Okay, right. So now, how to install the package? So if you are a user in Anaconda Navigator, in the sense, just open command prompt. And also if you are a user in ideally in the sense, just open that command prompt and follow the procedure pip install NumPy. In Google Collaborate user, it is not needed to install. Yeah, here it is notifies that requirement already satisfied. Requirement already satisfied. Okay, why? Because of I installed already. That is the reason it will be notifies like this. For an example, I want to install the Pandas library. In this, just follow the procedure pip install Pandas. So like this, you have to install this one. If you are user in Anaconda Navigator, if you are user in IDLE, in the sense, you can follow the procedure to install this particular Python package or library. Okay, so one person is asking the question to me in the comment box. So what is the meaning of library? Library or packages is nothing but a collection of the module. So what is the meaning of the module? Module is nothing but the collection of the function. So what is the meaning of the function? Function is nothing but the block of the code. That's it. I hope you got the answer. I hope you got the answer from my side. So here, packages is nothing but the collection of the module. Module is nothing but the collection of the function. And also what is the meaning of the function? Function is nothing but the block of the code. Okay, right. So now, yeah. So now I'm going to discuss with you that NumPy several functions will be there that I will discuss with you. Right. So here in Google Collaborative Notebook, you want to install this one again in the sense, just follow the procedure exclamatory pip install NumPy. It is going to be installed like this. So once you are going to install in this one, in the sense requirement already satisfied, it will be notified like this. And how to importing the library, that is the most important thing. Import NumPy as NP. So this is the way to importing this particular library. That is the most important thing. Two important things will be needed. For an example, yeah, one person is asking the same question again. Yeah, what is that? Can you please say again how to install the libraries once again? Yeah, I will tell you. If you are a user in Anaconda Navigator or ideally user, okay, just open the command prompt in your system. Okay, just click pip install. Okay, Pandas or any that for an example, any libraries you can install like this. Okay, pip install Pandas. Okay, pip install Pandas. And otherwise you want to install that NumPy, pip install NumPy. And otherwise you want to install that matplotlib or cbon, pip install cbon. Like this, you can install this particular library in your system. Right? Yeah. In Google Collaboratory Notebook, you have to follow the procedure. If you got the error, means just to remove this that exclamatory, and you have to run this. It will be getting that install this particular that package. Right? After that, import NumPy as NP. This is the way to importing this particular that package like this. So import NumPy as NP. So here I want to create an array for the list. For an example, I have one kind of what is that? I have multiple values in one particular single list. Okay, in the sense that I want to create the array, means with the help of the NumPy dot array will help to creating an array. That's it. Okay, so A is equal to, A is a variable. So I'm going to creating one particular variable to store the value to this particular variable. So here, just a minute. So NumPy dot array will help to creating an array here. Okay, creating an array. So an NumPy dot array, and you have to specify any value here. It will be considering as like that array. So after that, I'm going to print this type of A that will be like that displays the class NumPy array. Then I'm going to accessing the the array items with the help of the indexing number. So just a minute, I'm going to run this. So with the help of the indexing number, it will be displays the fourth index of that particular array item. So what is the the indexing number? It is considering as series wise numbers. So for example, it starts from 0, 1, 2, 3 and 4 like that. It is going to be displayed. Then I'm going to accessing this particular that item like this. Okay, then after that I'm going to show the shape of this particular array. It will be displays the how many items will be there. It is going to be displayed. For example, 8 items will be there. Actually, this is actually the single column, so that is the reason it will be displayed like this. So 8 items will be there, and after that I'm going to creating the two-dimensional array. So NumPy dot array of the two different that list will be there. It is nothing but the two-dimensional array here. After that, I'm going to accessing that first zeroth list, and also the third item, third index, and also the first that list, and also the that you can see it here 0. That means it is going to be considered the zeros rows and also the first rows and third index. So for example, 0 means it is going to be accessing this particular that value. So here 0, 1, 2 and 3 is going to be displayed, that is actually 4 here. Okay, then in the same way like this, okay, in the same way like this, it is going to be displayed the 4. Okay, then b dot shape will be displayed the 2 rows and also the the 5 columns will be there. You can see it here, 2 rows and also the 5 columns, 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5 here. So this is the way the NumPy can be worked with that. And try to understand one thing, for the internship user, I can explain the elaborative way for the different libraries. Okay, then I'm going to slicing the array. So slicing the array means these index to these index, it is going to be splitting the items value, and it displays this items value. For example, it starts from 1 to till 3. So when you are going to use this particular fourth, in the sense it will be considering that 3. So you can see it here, the array, and for the 0th row, that means index number 0 here, it will be considering this one. Then 1 is to 4, means it starts from 1, and also the till till 3. So 1, 2, 3. So that means 2, 3, 4 will be displayed. Okay, so this is the way it is going to be work with that. After that, I'm going to that slicing like this for the same thing, first 1 and also the 2 is to 4 here. So 2 is to 4 means that starts from 2 until that 3. So for example, 8, 9, it is going to be displayed here, right? So after that, the data type. So for example, when I'm going to creating the array, so initially that D type. Okay, you are going to be specified. This is the parameter to specify the data type here. For example, if I specify the float, means it automatically going to be that create the float here. For example, if I mentioning integer here, in the sense automatically it's going to be create the array items in an integer. Okay, so np dot array of, this is the item. This is the item, it is a two-dimensional item, and also I have to specify here the D type, it is the parameter. You want to change the one data type into the another data type, in the sense that is the function will be there. That is the as type functions will be there. That I will tell you. You can see it here. So D type is the parameter. When you are going to creating the array, this will be help to decide that is actually that integer. If I mention in here is actually float means. So what is the output here? So all the number will be in the decimal number here. Yeah, you can see it here. Okay, so this is the way you can that deciding, and also you can that specify the data type like this. with the help of the D type parameter. And after that, like that you can see it here. For an example, new array of as type. For an example, I created one particular array. Okay, I created one particular array here. For an example, A is equal to one particular array. I want to change the item into the one particular data type, in the sense as type. That I is nothing but the integer. It is going to be displaced like that. For example, you can see it here. It will be displaced 1 2 3 4 like this. If I want to displace like that the data type of boolean, means it is going to be like that displace boolean here, right? So boolean means all the value will becomes like the true or false, right? So this is the way it is going to be like that displays like this. And reshaping, with the help of the reshape function, will help to like the reshaping of these particular single dimensional array. So array of and NumPy dot array of, I'm going to create that one particular array. So then I want to like the reshaping of this particular array. It will be displayed like the 3 by 3 rows and also the 3 column with the help of the reshape function. Okay, so this is the way the NumPy can be worked like this. And also the multi-dimensional into the single dimensional. So with the help of the -1, it is going to be like that displace the multi-dimensional into the single dimensional, that you can see it here. Actually, Y is actually like B is actually the 2-dimensional array. That is actually like that -1. It is going to be replaced that, and it will be like the single dimensional. This is the way you can convert the reshape of this. And after that, iterating over the array, so that it can be possible with the help of the for loop. And I is nothing but the iterating variable, and also the ARR is nothing but the array. That particular item you can like that iterating over that item one by one, it can be possible to do that. So these particular iterating variable, iterating the item one by one. For an example, array of these particular like that array, this you can see it here 1 2 3 4 5 6 like that. Okay, right after that, I'm going to like that move to the next thing, joining the array with the help of the concatenation. A and B will be like, going to be like the concatenate over that, and stack function also will help to concatenate over that. And also, for the more explanation of this particular like that NumPy library single function, that I will explain in elaborative way for internship user. Okay, then after that, you can see it here. This is actually for an example. You can see it here. That I will tell you one by one. I'm going to run this, and you can see it here. The access 0 is nothing but it is going to be added like this. For example, 10, 20, and 30, and also the 40 and 50 and 60, 70 and 80. Okay, so I have to explain the 3 different library. So that is the reason I have to like that move in a faster way, right? And you can see it here, the concatenation that I will like that going to explaining before that. Yeah, you can see it here. NumPy dot array, that short of function will help to like that making the ascending order for this. That means ascending order means it starts from like that 1 like the 10, 20, 30 and also the 50 here. And also I'm going to like that filled with the zeros items, means NP dot zeros will help to like that creating like in the 3 by 3 rows and also the 3 columns with the zeros, that it can be possible to do that. And also these zeros of 5 by 3 means 5 rows and also the 3 columns, it is going to be displayed. And also D type is actually like that integer. Axis 1 is nothing but like that column axis, and after that ones filled with ones, filled with 0, which you mentioned like that 4 by 2, that means 4 rows and also the 2 columns here. Here I'm going to like that mentioning the parameter D type, that is float here. That will be actually like that 1 dot, that is actually the decimal number. Okay, right. These all are the actually the functions in NumPy. So these are the basic functionalities in NumPy. Okay, right. So Here, now I'm going to run this. You can see this actually like, that, and dot full function is actually like, that, for example, if you specify any value here, 3 by 3 and filled with one single number. For example, if I mention 2 or 3 or 1 like that, in the sense, it will be filled with this particular like, 3 by 3. Okay, right after that, now that a range, it is going to be creating the range from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It is starts from like, that here, if you are not mentioning like, that any value, it's automatically defaultly taking from 0. Don't then till like, that -1. That means last number n minus 1. So it is going to be like, that it is placed like this. So a range will help to like, that creating this certain range that. Okay, right. So after that, yeah, mathematical manipulation. Add means it is going to be adding the items. Okay, it is adding the items one by one. For example, a comma b. So here, if I use the add function, 1 plus 2, 2 plus 4, 3 plus 6, and 4 plus 8. So the value will becomes like this. Okay, so this is the way you can use this particular several function by working by yourself. Then only you can understand one by one. So without delay, I'm going to entering the Pandas library. Okay, I'm going to entering the Pandas library. This is the most important library. Okay, so for example, in Pandas library, it is majorly helpful for manipulating the data. So it will be majorly helpful to manipulating the data. So Pandas library is the most important library that I will tell you. Okay, so here import Pandas as PD. Okay, import Pandas as PD. That is majorly helpful to like, that importing this particular library here. For example, in the same way you have to install in this particular Pandas library. I will be explaining one by one. So most of the people like, that mentioning in that command box, you are going faster. Okay, fine. Now I'm going to explaining in a slower way, guys. Sorry for that. Yeah, okay, fine. Because of most of the people are expecting to complete in between the 8:45. So that is the reason I have to complete the library. So that is the reason I can go for it. So now I'm going to complete this particular Pandas library. So for the internship user, I can explain the matplot as well. Okay, today I'm going to complete the Pandas library for the participant in a live. So for the internship user, I can explain more about the matplot and also the cbound as well. Okay, right. So now I'm going to explain the Pandas library here. First, import this particular necessary library here, that is Pandas. Okay, then and also the NumPy sometimes is needed, so that is the reason I have to install this one. And I will explain one by one in a very deeper way. So you have to understand very clear way, because of the Pandas is the most important library here, right? So now, first initially how to create a data frame. How to create a data frame with the help of the Pandas library. Maybe that in a like the industry basis, they are asking the question to you when you are going to attending the interview, how to create the data frame. For example, dot data frame will help to like the creating the data frames. For example, it will be help to visualizing the tabulation format of this particular data. Okay, that I will tell you. Initially, I am going to creating one particular variable, and this is the column's name, and this is the column's name, and also like that this is the value of this particular like that name, and also this is the value of this particular role key. Okay, then I'm going to creating the data frame. So tr is equal to pd dot data frame and passing the data here. This particular data frame function will help to visualizing the tabulation format of this particular data. Try to understand. Try to understand, guys. I will tell you one more time. So most of the people are like, that mentioning in the comment box, you are explaining in a faster way. Now I am explaining in a slower way, Mr. Komal. Yeah, sure. So here, now the most of the people are asking the attendance link. So that is the reason I can that explaining in a faster way. So now I can consider your comments, right? Yeah. Are you guys still listening to the classes? If you guys are listening to the classes, means please raise your hands in comment box. Please raise your hands in comment box. So most of the people mentioning in the comment box, like that you are going in a faster way. So now I'm going to explaining in a slower way. Okay, fine. So still you are listening to the classes, means please raise your hands in comment box right now. After that, I can continue this particular session. Yeah. Okay. Right. Now, this is a way to creating the data frame with the help of the dot data frame. And you have to pass this particular variable to this particular function. And also, if I'm going to using the index here, it is going to be assigning that. If I am not using this particular index, means it will be taking like 0, 1, 2, 3. Okay, so tr is equal to pt dot data frame will help to creating data frame. It is going to be visualized the tabular format. If I'm going to run this, just a minute, I will tell you what is the meaning of that. Okay, what is the meaning of that? Initially, for an example, initially I did not print this data frame here. What is the data will be visualizing it like this. So I want to visualize the data frame structure, and also I want to visualize in tabular format in the sense. You can see it here. With the help of this particular data frame, it is going to be visualized in a tabulation format and name and also the role. And you can see it here. Here I am mentioning the index number, that is character 1, character 2 and character 3. So character 1, character 2 and character 3, that is Rocky, Adhiran and also the that Shanti. And also role is hero and also the villain and also the mother. This is the way we can creating the tabulation format. This is the way we can create in the data frame of this particular data. And also I'm going to move to creating the series. What is the meaning of the series? Is actually that one single that rows and multiple that columns will be there, that you can see it here. That is actually that this is actually the one dimensional, that information, that np dot array. Okay, np dot array, this is actually the array of this one. Then I'm going to creating the series, and you have to pass this particular data to the series, and it is going to be created like this. Multiple rows and single column. Multiple rows and also the single column. This is a one dimensional, that is series. Then I'm going to that location function will be there. So what is the purpose of this particular function? What is the purpose of this particular function? With the help of the loc, it is going to be accessing the index number. For an example, character 2 in the sense, it is going to be displays the ordinary and also the villain. In the same way, you can, for an example, if I mention that character 3 in the sense, it is going to be display what? It is going to be display what? Of course, Shanti and also the mother. Shanti and also the mother. Try to understand, guys. Dot loc will help to accessing the index number. It will be returning the value of the index number. Okay, so dot loc will help to here I am mentioning any character 3. Okay, any index number here, it will be displayed. So what is the index number of character 3? For example, character 3, it is going to be displayed the Shanti and also the mother. And iloc is normally iloc will help to mentioning the index number. Here you can specify the any name of that particular that index, that you can see it here. If I mention the index number with the help of the iloc, it is going to be accessing the that particular rows. For example, 0. What is 0 here? Of course, Rocky and hero. What is the meaning of 1? Adhiran and also the villain. What is 2? That is Shanti and mother. You can see it here. If I mention 2 here, it is going to be display Shanti and mother. You can see it here. Right? This is the way it is going to be the function will be work. Now I'm going to get into the data analyzing process. Okay, right. How to loading this CSV file? That is the most important question. That is the most important question. In Google Collaboratory Notebook, you have to that first initially upload this particular CSV file into the cloud. So how we can do that? Just click here, guys. Just to follow me. Most of the people still ask me repeat again in this. How can I explain again and again? So because of we don't have a time to explaining more about that. So try to understand, listen it clearly. Then only you can understand. Okay. So how to loading the data set? Why? Because of the Pandas library is majorly helpful to manipulating the data. Is that clear now? So manipulating the data means I'm going to loading the CSV file here. How we can load that? Yeah, one person is Kalyan person. Super question. ilog function will help to accessing the that index number, that particular entire rows of the index number. For example, here I mentioned 2. Am I right? So here I mentioned 2. It is going to be 0, 1, 2. It will be considered. It will be considered the index number only. It is not considering like the name, but log will considering like the name here. Okay, right. So now data analyzing. So now I'm getting to the point. This is the major important things. Okay, this is the major important things. How to loading the CSV file here. So with the help of the read CSV function, that will be help to loading this particular CSV file. That I will tell you. Before that, you have to uploading this particular CSV file in your system. So here, for example, here loan status data. So you have to click here this particular. I will tell you one more time. Just go to this particular file folder. Upload the file CSV file here. So once you click that, in this it is going to be show the location of in your system, and you can go to that particular path here. And also this is the data I'm going to use today. So this is the data. Click here and also the click here. Okay. Once you upload this one, you have to then click these particular 3 dots, copy the path, and also dot read CSV and paste it here. Okay, paste it here. So once you paste it there, in the sense how to load in the data set, that is the most important question. With the help of the read CSV, so pd.read CSV will help to loading this particular data. Once you run this, it will be loaded. So dot head function, what is the purpose of the dot head function? Dot head function will help to display the first 5 rows of that particular data. Try to understand. Dot header function will help to display the first 5 rows of that particular data. So that is the reason majorly I am going to use this particular header function will help to ensuring whether the data set is loaded or not. Okay, whether the data set is loaded or not. So this particular function is majorly helpful to do that. Okay, right. So after that, dot header function inside specified any number in the sun that will be displays that the count of the rows. For example, if I mention 11 in the sense, it will be displays the first 10 rows of that particular data. We can see it here. Start from 0 to till 10, it is going to be displayed. For example, if I mention 15, it is going to be displays that from 0 to till 14, it is going to be displayed. You can see it here. So dot header function will help to display the that for an example, without mentioning any number, that will be displayed the first 5 rows of that particular data. And if you specify any number here, that is 15, that will be helped to display the 15 entries of that particular data, and it starts from 0 to till 14. It is going to be displayed. Is that clear? Is that clear? Then what about the tail function? If it is clear, means please mention in the command box. Right? And dot tail function will help to display the last 5 rows of that particular data. Okay, then you can see it here, last 5 rows of that particular data. So tail function will help to display the last 5 rows of that particular data. If we specify any number, that will be displayed the last 10 rows of that particular data. Clear? Till now it's clear? Till now it's clear? Yes. Now Dot columns will displays the columns names of that particular data. You can see it here. What is the columns name? Loan ID, gender, married, dependents. And you can see it here: loan ID, gender, married, dependents, education, self-employed, applicant income, co-applicant income. So this like this, it is going to be displayed only the column name. Then what about the dot info? So dot info function will help to display the information of that particular data. That you can see it here. It starts from 0 and also the till 12. That means totally 13 columns here. And also it will be displayed the null values present and non-null values present here. And total entries is actually 614. Total entries is actually 614. So here 601. That means remaining the null value, and this 601 is nothing but the non-null value. Okay, that means the null value is present in that particular data set. Okay, so loan ID, gender, married, dependents, this is the columns name, and this is the non-null values displays, count of the non-null values, and this is the data type of that particular data. Okay, right. So now, and memory usage of this is all about the information of this particular data. Then I'm going to use dot shape. It will be help to display see how many rows and how many columns. For example, 614 is in rows and 13 columns. So 614 rows and also the 13 columns will be here. And what about the D types? It will be displays the all the column name, that all the columns data types. It is going to be displayed. For an example, loan ID, that column is the object data type, and gender is actually the object data type, and the co-applicant income is actually the float data type. So this is the way it is going to be displayed. Each and every column, what kind of the data type it is going to be displayed. Then I'm going to the dot index. It is going to be displays. The dot index starts from 0 and till 614 stops from. Okay, all right. So this is the way it is going to be executed. All right. Then after that, counting the values based on the label. For an example, if the label data, if the target data, how many yes and how many no, and how many 0 and how many 1. That is based on the the categorical data is going to be display the count of 0 and 1, count of yes or no. For example, if I'm going to use value counts function, that will be displaying how many yes and how many no. So yes is actually the 422 and no is actually the 192. So this is the way it is going to be the displays like this. The value counts will be displays the count of yes and count of no. Okay, then value counts of education, how many graduates, the 480, and non-graduates 134 in that particular data. Okay, and value counts for married, how many married and how many unmarried people will be there. So yes means 398, no means 213. So this is the way it can be useful to analyzing the data. Right? And after that, dot mode will help to displays the mode value of that particular column. Okay, then dot counts. So dot counts will be displays the number of the value each and every column. So dot counts will help to display the number of entries in that particular column. For an example, 614, 601, 611, say 599. That value is actually not even, not same. That means what? So remaining will be the null value. The total entry is 614. Am I right? Then here remaining will be the 13 will be the null value, and here 3 will be the null value. So remaining values will be the null value. The dot counts will help to find that. And after that, dot describe will help to that all the statistical measure about that particular data frame. It will be count of the entries of this particular data, and try to understand one thing: if it is integer, if it is float of that particular column, that only displays the value of the statistical measurement. For an example, count mean, that is average, standard deviation of this particular column, and minimum value of this particular column, 24 percentile, 50 percentile, 70 percentile, and maximum percentile. These all are the values is going to be displayed each and every columns, which is float or integer. So that is the describe function. Okay, then I'm going to use the drop function. So what is the purpose of the drop function? We can remove the rows and also the columns. Sometimes some data is the unwanted data. For example, some columns is not needed. Some columns is actually not needed. For an example, rows is not needed. How we can remove that? With the help of the drop function, it is going to be help to remove that. For example, tf dot drop function of index number 2. Okay, so this will be help to remove the second term, index rows. Okay, so axis 0 is nothing but going to be accessing the rows. Okay, axis 0 is nothing but the accessing the rows. So here I specify the index number 2 here. That will be is actually that second one. You can see it here 0 1. There is no 2 here. If I mention that mentioning index number 3 here, what is the output will become? Yeah, there is no 3 here. So this is the way you can dropping the rows. Then how we can remove in the column? So how we can removing the column? For example, I can create one particular variable that is x. It is nothing but the independent data. So here tf dot drop columns is the one particular parameter is equal to. You can specify the column name which you want to remove. You can specify the column name which you want to remove, and you have to specify the axis is equal to 1. Then it is going to be removed. There is no load ID, and also load status is not there. It is removed. Okay, this is the way you can drop the columns and also the rows as well with the help of the drop. And also this is the way that iLook will help to accessing the that entire rows which you specified the index number, and also iLook it is help to these particular format will help to accessing the column. For example, I specified the entire that particular data. Then here I specified the number 2. Okay, so here you should understand one thing. iLook of 3. That will be help to display the the value at the index location. For example, you can see it here. The second, third index is going to be displayed. So what is the third index here? Yeah, you can see it here. This is the third index. So male and yes, and also the dependence is actually 0. You can see it here. Male, yes, and dependence is actually 0. This is the way it is going to be accessing the based on the index number. And I want to that locate the particular column. How I can, in the sense with the help of this particular format which I specified the second one, in the sense it is going to be accessing the third the column. Okay, for example, you can see it here. For example, 1 2 0 1 2 and 3. So here I specify that number 2, that is going to be displayed that yes or no, right? So this is the way it is going to be the displays that is married. Okay, right? So after that, this is the way you can accessing like this, and is null. So this particular function will help to finding is there any null values present or not. Null values means, okay, null values means that is actually the empty the boxes. For example, false will be help to notify there is no null values present. True means null values present in that particular the data set. So if I want to the count of the null value each and every column, in the sense is null dot sum of function will help to displays the entries of the 13 the null values present in that particular column. 13 the 3 null values present in that married column. So like that, you can finding the null values in that particular column. Then drop on function will help to removing the entire rows of that particular null values present in that. For an example, 13 in the sense 13 rows is going to be removed once I am going to using the drop on function. So is null of dot sum of will help to count the null values present in each and every column, and drop on function will help to removing the null values which you present in that particular data set. For example, 13 means 13 is going to be removed, the entire rows is going to be removed, and 3 is entire rows is going to be removed, right? And duplicated will help to that displays the true or false. It will be written. Is there any duplicated value will be there in the sense it will be notifies the true. Okay, so dot sum will help to that displays the count of the duplicated will be there. No, it is not. So that is the reason it will be displayed. There is no duplicated. Is there any duplicated means drop duplicated will help to removing the duplicated values. Okay, hope you guys are understood about all the functionalities in Pandas library. All the functionalities in Pandas library. Hope you guys are understood about that. And also for the internship user, I can explain the visualization library as well. For the internship user, NumPy, Pandas, and also the Matplot library. I was explaining for the internship user. So if you want to do the internship on artificial intelligence technology in this sense, please do join immediately. Okay, right. So now coming into my time. Okay, right. So every day I'm mentioning one particular motivational quote to you and for me as well. Right? So do what you can. Do what you can with what you have and where you are. That is the most important thing. If you that can dream it, you can do it. So what do you want to do? Just dream on it and you can do it. That is the most important thing. Do what you can with what you have and also where you are. If you can dream on that particular things, you can do it. And also trust yourself that you can do it and also you can get it. This is the most important thing. So just keep it in a positive mind and keep your life in a positive way. That things can do all the things. So do what you can with what you have and where you are. And also dream on it. If you can dream on it, you can do it all the things. And also trust yourself. Because of that you can do it and also they get it. Okay. So keep your life in a positive way. Keep your life and keep think always in a positive way. Right? Yeah. Thank you so much. Yeah, most of the people today is mentioned in the comment box they're explaining in a faster way tomorrow itself. Okay, tomorrow itself I can explaining in a slower way. Why? Because of I taken like this in the sense I have to finish it up within 8:45. So that is the reason I can take like this. Okay, right? Yeah, any queries? Kitika Tirupati. So source code and also the source code I can share only for the internship user Kritika. The source code you can receiving only for the internship user. We are giving you only for the internship user. Thank you so much, Mr. And one more person is asking the question. Yeah, Raja Vignesh, do you know Tamil? Yeah, of course I know very well. I know very well. And okay, guys. Yeah. So if you have any queries related to the internship, please contact 8925553384 and also visit our website for any the final year project. It is available in that particular website, and for the courses also available in that particular website. And also if you have any queries, any suggestions, any feedback, please send one single mail to this particular mail ID philip.pedit@pantechmail.com. Okay, right? Hope you guys are understood about the today's concepts, and also I explained NumPy and also the the Pandas as well. So for for the internship user, we can explain more about the concept one by one. So if you want to do the internship on artificial intelligence technology, please do join immediately. We will explain more about that. Yeah. Then Amudan, yeah. Yeah, I can consider. And also I noticed your comment. No problem. Tomorrow itself I can make it that. Yeah, okay guys. Good night all. Thank you so much because of I was enjoying the today's session as well. Thank you so much. Good night all. Have a delicious dinner. Bye bye. We'll see you tomorrow with a different topic on artificial intelligence technology. Bye bye.